pedestrian, a railway passenger, a car driver, a computer operator. Modern man functions, but for how long and how well? Humans strive for success and prosperity, but at what price? And are we always successful? Vitality and creativity are the powerhouses in the lives of many people, but for how long will they have the energy to remain full of life, to be creative? Everyday routine is completely different. Extreme stress at work, sudden infections. Our powers of resistance are simply not boundless. This leads to complaints, to illnesses. Our immune system is overtaxed, too weak. Is there a solution? The elderly are especially prone to a weakening in the immune system. The body's own defense mechanisms, the immune system, are predominantly controlled by the thymus gland. In humans, this gland is to be found behind the breastbone. It is the central control organ for our immune system. The thymus gland secretes hormones, also called thymosins, which are produced less and less as the thymus gland shrinks with age. At 50 years of age, there are only around 20% of thymosin levels left when compared with those present at puberty. This means that the older we become, the sharper the drop in our ability to ward off infections, etc. Nowadays, as life expectancy is around twice that of our ancestors 100 years ago, our immune systems are more open to attack the longer we live. Complementary therapies that use special therapeutic techniques can help. Thymus-therapy has been specially developed to boost and/or normalize the body's own defense mechanism. Thymus-therapy is a complementary therapeutic method that can actually boost the immune system. Numerous studies and in-use reports testify to its properties to help fight illnesses such as skin complaints, allergies, and infectious diseases. The fundamental reasoning behind thymus-therapy has existed for more than 2,000 years. By transferring natural, mostly animal substances to humans, the elderly can regain their health and vitality. Hence, in antiquity, the philosopher and doctor Hippocrates recommended the use of animal preparations on the human organism, and Paracelsus also recognized the special importance of animal organs in medicine in the Middle Ages. As early as in the 18th century, Hahnemann taught similia similibus curantur, like is cured by like, a principle of homeopathy. In the 1930s, it was the Swiss physician, Professor Dr. Niehans, who first injected a female patient with a solution containing cell tissue taken from the parathyroid gland. The treatment was a resounding success. The patient's tetany and muscle cramp disappeared. Cell therapy was born. Cells are the building blocks of life. Our vitality, energy, and ability to fight infections are all dependent on their power to perform correctly. However, cells need a constant supply of basic building materials if their vital function is to be maintained. Thymus therapy can provide damaged or sick cells with these necessary building materials in the event of a shortfall. One of the most important developments in thymus therapy was made in the 1970s by the Swedish physician Dr. Sandberg. He abandoned cell preparations in favor of a technique he had himself developed, one that involved using an extract from the thymus gland. Dr. Sandberg injected this extract into a patient suffering from tuberculosis. The treatment was a great success. The body's own thymus cells absorb the special building blocks contained in the extract. These blocks are then incorporated into the system, thus restoring the body's original vitality and vigor. The effectiveness of this treatment can be measured by a special blood test. This test determines specific immune cell levels and activity levels of these cells. Since the 1970s, research and development activities have much improved thymus therapy. In the meanwhile, over 1,500 studies and in-use reports have been published worldwide on the therapeutic use of thymus preparations. Dr. Miller's laboratory is and always has been intensively involved in the development of thymus fresh extract therapy, a special form of thymus therapy. Here, for over 50 years now, thymus fresh extracts have been produced according to the latest standards, following a specially developed manufacturing process. Organs for use are subject to the most stringent controls. The preparations used are known as so-called thymus fresh extracts and contain high levels of the active ingredient. Furthermore, there are no preservative agents used in the manufacturing process. The extracts are deep frozen using shock freezing techniques, thereby ensuring their freshness when therapists come to use them. Fresh thymus extract is simple to use, as Mr. Kleinschmidt, spokesman of the German Society for Thymus Therapy, explains.
The thymus fresh extract is injected straight into the buttock muscle. When compared with a vaccination, this method is virtually pain-free. Thymus therapy consists of 15 to 20 injections given over a 2 to 5 week period. In just a few weeks, there is a noticeable improvement in the patient's state of health. Thymus fresh extract is a natural remedy that is suitable for use in many cases of dysfunction of the immune system. The extract contains large amounts of active ingredients occurring naturally in the thymus. After injection, they find their way directly into the body's own thymus gland, where they build up immune system cells, thereby boosting vitality and energy levels.
Of course, the most accurate way of identifying a weakened immune system is by running special blood tests that determine specific immune cell levels. Thymus gland deficiencies permit the onset of severe illnesses of the body's own immune system. During such illnesses, cells behave more and more erratically, a fact that goes unnoticed by the body's immune system. By administering thymus fresh extracts, the body's defense cells generally increase and become more activated. For this reason alone, thymus therapy is valuable in post-therapeutic care, following surgical operations or aggressive therapy. Thymus therapy can help in the treatment, preventive or curative, of the following illnesses: numerous skin conditions, allergies, and infectious diseases. However, there are symptoms that patients can look out for themselves: rapid fatigue, susceptibility to infections, and/or wound healing disturbances. The best course of action is to seek medical advice as soon as possible.